Are you ready to establish some villains?
What's your opinion about aliens? Also, welcome to the Anispective cast, where we talk about aliens now.
Yeah. My actual thoughts probably don't exist. It's unfeasible if they exist.
Alright, when you say that, do you mean like on Earth or just anywhere?
Anywhere. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they exist.
I'm of the opinion where it's like, alright, there's probably like alien life out there somewhere, but it's like, not intelligent. It's like, there's some like alien, cows or like where the crap on a planet and they just headbutt each other or whatever. And that's just, because evolution, that's just all they ever need to develop. And it's just so far away that we'll just never find it. It's like every supposed encounter on Earth is just bullcrap. Oh man.
So yeah, this is the Robo Gang, which in English they call it the Rubber Robo Gang. I don't know why. I guess maybe it's just it's a little easier to say.
Maybe it just fits the lip flaps. The lip. Are we restarting the episode? No. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's just ignore it.
Honestly, I think Rubber Robo is easier to say. Also, they're wearing like these weird rubber suits. It makes sense. I think it's a decent localization change.
Do we call them Robo or Rubber Robo?
I'm just gonna call them the Rubber Robo Gang.
I think I prefer Robo. It's like, yeah, all right, sure. These are the guys who bombed a truck.
Team Rocket here.
Team Rocket, immediately depowered after their first appearance, and yet somehow stronger than ever. They just,
Well, you know what? Oh wait, no, never mind. I was about to say we didn't cover a thing, but no, that happens this episode. I'm stupid. Okay,
so this episode starts,
with Erica and Brass walking home, I guess. Just like, oh man, we couldn't find any like scoops for the newspaper or whatever. And then they get stuck at a train crossing, and then a UFO descends from the sky and aliens appear.
Not the aliens.
Yeah, the aliens. And then she gets one of their autographs.
This episode establishes we just live in a town where every single person is just the biggest idiot and just no one cares.
Erica is super on board with the paranormal and aliens and everything. She is all in.
For what it's worth, this is more evidence than we have for actual aliens on Earth. I don't know, they're not aliens, it's anime. They could be aliens that just have human faces. Why would people dress like this?
Why indeed?
They just show up in the middle of town. They get the town believing in aliens, and they show up in their suits, and everyone's just all impressed. They like form this crowd, and they do like this big salute, and they just do the thing where you just pound in your like throat as you talk to make it vibrating, and they're like, "Greetings, we are aliens," and everyone just buys it immediately.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
I love it. It's so dumb.
Yeah, this episode's pretty funny too.
This one's like pretty great.
Ridiculously swept up in the aliens thing.
Oh man.
Also, Medabots plays with Tamagotchi. I don't know. It's just a fun detail. Like, there's a moment where Eric is talking to Icky and Medabots. It's like, oh yeah, the aliens. I saw them and I got one of their autographs and like whatever. And then Medabots just like, finally, the time has come. And Eric is like, you believe me? and he's like, it's like, oh my, his Tamagotchi died. It's like,
That's
I knew,
such a deliberate misdirect.
yeah, he's like, I knew this was going, I knew it had to happen eventually. It's like, she's like,
Yeah.
what? Who ever heard of a Medabot playing with a Tamagotchi? They don't even sell those anymore.
It's just like,
Which,
ah, it's time. And I'm like, wait, does he know out the Rubber Robo gang? Have they been like attacking him for his metal for a while? Is there like a history here? Because Bubby's an old robot, yo. Are they actually some secret powerful organization? It's like, no, he probably doesn't even know they exist.
yeah, it's just another little character quirk that I like. That it's just like I like
Yeah,
little
it's
Tamagotchis or what, like Tamagotchi
It's
pets.
another one of those weirdly Marn feeling moments where they like acknowledge the trope and they play off of it super hard.
Yeah. Even saying that the thing he's into, even at the time of it being the 90s, was outdated.
Oh man. But yeah, we have to find the aliens, which means we have to dress Mubby up with the octopus legs and have him just stand tied up in front of his spacecraft to draw out the UFO.
Yeah, wearing a sign that says like "I'm a Martian, help me" or something.
Yeah.
And he is none too pleased with it.
I think I completely understand why Mubby's so angry all the time now.
I mean, yeah, they put him through this kind of crap all the time.
They put him through this stuff all the time and they just don't care.
Also, we get the information that Erica likes to fake news stories.
Yeah,
Which
again with
I
weirdly marred feeling points in the episode.
yeah, I just think it's a pretty funny thing where it's just like Icky's just like, are you sure you're not just making this up? And then it cuts to all these news articles where it's like she has made up a thing for the paper, and it's like, oh, there's like a ghost in the toilet or something, and it's like, oh,
It's
there's
just,
aliens or
yeah,
whatever.
just
And she's just like,
clearly
I'm
doctored. It's just clearly like her face superimposed over, like, you
she
know.
she's basically doing the meme where like the two guys are like pointing at a thing in the background.
I know it would be really stupid for me to do this. I kind of want to just make a thumbnail that's just her doing that pose, and it's like, yo, she's pointing at like Mars attacks or something. Just some dumb alien crap. I don't know what'd be the funniest thing for that. I have to think about it, but it's like, hey, if you have any suggestions.
I mean, that's pretty funny. It's just like, are you gonna draw a picture of her doing that?
I just need to see if there's either a PNG that exists, or I can just take that still and just, like, color everything else out. Like, cut her out of it, and then just put it, like, over the actual thing in a different layer.
Okay, here.
Here.
Then just take the guy on the right and just like paste Erica's head on it and just give him pink overalls.
I think that's like, I could just cut her out of the image and then just like shove her on the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's just to specifically do the meme. Like,
Yeah.
all you'd have to do is like kind of like cut down the head a little bit to put hers on it, and then just color in the overalls and like paint. Like, you just kind of have to paint in like her outfit, which isn't super complex or anything.
And I'll think
But
about it, yeah.
that's up to you if you want to go out of your way to do that.
I like either plan. I'm going to be putting in a lot of work either way.
Yeah.
And
I
you
think
saw how
think
much
it
I
would
edited
be
that Jar Jar Binks thumbnail. I'll do it. I can do this shit.
yeah. I think it would be a pretty good thumbnail.
I was kind of wanted her doing the pose like, oh yeah, it's like, you know. And I'm trying to think, what would be the goofiest alien I could just shove on screen? Would it just be Jar Jar Binks again?
I was gonna say you're edited Jar Jar Binks.
It's not even like, yo, Jar Jar Binks from like a still. It's that specific edit from that specific episode. Man, this thumbnail's gonna be the most for nobody thing ever. It's gonna be for less than nobody.
I think it'd be pretty good.
It'd be pretty damn good. Oh my god. This is gonna be so stupid.
No.
But
right,
yeah.
Where's the scene where Icky calls her out on the fake news things? Okay, yeah. I was just trying to see what her face looks like in these pictures.
Yeah, if you just...
And she's kind of already doing like the point thing, huh?
She really is. It's just her like basically just pointing at the thing. It's clearly like a swapped out background behind her. She's just like at herself in front of. I know. I'm trying to think, like, should it be Jar Jar Binks or should it be just be like a generic picture of like one of the Greys or something?
I don't know. I mean, it could just even be like a shot of the Rubber Robo gang from this episode.
It could be. That'd be pretty fun.
Like where they're all shadowed out and everything.
Yeah. Man, there has to be like something. I don't know, like Vedamon. Vedamon would be good.
Yeah.
Vedamon would be pretty good.
I'm gonna see if I can find a good image of Vedamon.
Jeez. Just doing the thing. It's in front of, like, you know, freaking the alien from Destroy All Humans. It's like, wow.
Yeah. Crypto. That's his name. Cryptosporidium.
Oh, man. That sure is a name. Man.
Oh, here we go. I was looking. This is the image I was looking for, basically. Hold on.
Was Destroy All Humans 2 a good game?
Don't know. Never played it. I've only played a little bit of 1.
I remember I got 2,
and
it was like, it was the only game that my parents ever took away from me. Because it takes place in the 70s, and there's just a scene where like Crypto's like talking about 70s like free love crap, and they're like, yeah, you all these like, yo, I don't even want to like really say the line because we're talking about Medabots, but it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna, do with the elderly or whatever. They walked by and they're like, wait, what? And they're like, okay, yeah, no, that's up with this one. I'm sure you like get why I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, there's the image I found that I think.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a pretty good one.
It's from the 2020 reboot.
Oh man, I'll just have to. I just have to like look around. Maybe I'll just find like a bad CG alien and just.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe it should just be like a really ugly CG alien. That'd be good too.
Yeah. Like, I'm just gonna Google bad CG alien and just. Oh, hey, Watto from Star Wars Episode 1.
Sick.
Oh, you want Images of the Xenomorph? That'd be pretty fun. The crap is... alright. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, a lot more images of Star Wars here than I was expecting. I'm going real. Oh, man. Oh, hey, Superman from Man of Steel. Jeez. Google, what the crap is your problem? But yeah, we run to a UFO enthusiast. And he's just like, oh yeah, aliens, and then he leaves to go make an alien statue, and he just does nothing.
He's like, oh yeah, the aliens have been appearing on Earth since like the 1940s, including Roswell and like whatever. And it's like,
This is gonna be the most off-topic episode. Can we just talk about Roswell is bullcrap?
talk about what?
How like the Roswell incident is just complete bullcrap.
I mean, I guess.
Because like, yeah, it actually was like a balloon that was meant to like spy on like, you know, nuclear testing. Because it's like, there's like a layer in the air and like the atmosphere where it's like sound travels faster and it can like go further because of like, you know, the like concentration of air and stuff. So they're actually like trying to send a balloon up to try and listen for the sounds of nuclear bombs going off. And like one of those balloons fell and the garment was like a weather balloon, nothing to see here. And then everyone just left and no one questioned it for like 30 years. Until like someone interviewed one guy in his like 80s or some crap when he was going senile about the site. And he was just getting a bunch of dates and details mixed up. And he's like, oh yeah, it's like the craft was made of this weird material and there are bodies and people are mysteriously disappearing and stuff. And it's just obviously him confusing like a bunch of different events. And people are like, okay, got it, aliens. It must be aliens. That just became the narrative. I think one of the goofiest things, one of my favorite things about that whole, like, dumb crap, is that apparently there actually was an event. Or, I probably shouldn't say an event. There was, like, a point where, like, you know, someone did take, like, a horrific, like, head injury on the, like, military base. And their head actually did swell up to, like, just crazy degrees to the point where people are like, oh geez, how are you even walking around like that? And it was just fine. It's just an old dude, but yo, like apparently that's one of the memories that got conflated into things. And they're like, oh yeah, big-headed aliens. Yeah, that's what they look like. And it's just got the most mundane, nothing like origin point ever. Oh man. But yeah, freaking Rubber Robo Gang stage a fake alien hoax, you know, like all alien sightings. And they just start taking the town by storm. They just show up in like a fake UFO that's being suspended by robots, by like Medabots.
Yeah. So before that, it's like, okay, it's like, oh, maybe they just haven't been seen very well, and so people can't tell if there's humans in disguises. No, they're selling merchandise of them, like merchandise going around being sold of them.
People
And
just
like,
really want to believe they're aliens.
Yeah, people know what they look like entirely. And everybody's just stupid. Like the guy at the Medabot store is selling their stuff there.
Yeah.
Like keychains and stuff.
People are collectively not that bright, and they just think that it's like, oh, yeah, aliens, of course. When aliens look like that? Okay, sure, why not? They look more like aliens than Haruko from Fooly Cooly.
True.
Sorry, what are you saying?
Later in the episode, I forget what point Icky's trying to make, but he's just like, he pulls out a keychain of one of these guys, And that implies that, like, despite the fact that Icky is like this whole thing is stupid nonsense, he still bought one of their keychains.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Did he buy, like, did the money go to them though? I don't know. Because he's like, these are the aliens you're like searching for. You know, this is not an alien. It's like, did you pay money for that?
Yeah, it's like, or I don't know, maybe the shopkeeper gave him one because they're kind of buddies now. I don't know.
Oh man. Until Stan Armwise, I'm just gonna assume Icky shoplifted the keychain.
All right.
Oh man.
But yeah, they fly in on a quote unquote UFO. There's just a bunch of them. Which isn't, I don't, the whole thing is like the UFO gets flipped and revealed as fake. And I assume that the multiple copies of these guys were like a mirror, but I don't think we see an actual mirror at any point. So
I assume that they just have like underlings, because all the people with them have like one horn while they have two.
Oh, that's a detail I missed.
Yeah, it's like, it seems like even though they are a small gang of like nobody losers, they do have actual minions.
Okay. Because yeah, we cut to this group like just in a small house talking about like, oh yeah, the aliens are such a big hit, we're so great or whatever. And it's like these idiots are just running around like ding dong ditching and like doing graffiti and like these really petty crimes.
I love
and
them.
yeah, and then like the little dude with the pacifier is like, guys, this is stupid. We got to step up our game.
Listen, we're not gonna take over the world like this.
Yeah. And it's like, what, like the cops show up to arrest them. And they're just like, wait, we're supposed to be like the evil, like the really evil bad guys. Shouldn't they be running from us? Like this car, like this big truck pulls up behind them with like these elaborate lights on it. And the cop is just like, oh my God, it's a UFO. And just runs away. And it's like, I think that's what gave them the idea.
Yeah, that's the one where they're like, oh, aliens, huh? Yeah, we could do that, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, just their little like goofy pelvic thrust as they're like spray painting. They got the little like groove going on.
I don't think I caught that.
Yeah, they're just doing like a weird little butt woggle to the beat.
These guys are idiots. They're fun. These guys are idiots, and I love them.
Good. But yeah, before the pig mask can start selling people TVs, freaking Icky tells Mebby to shoot down the UFO's strings, and just Stan falls over.
Yeah, and it's just like, see, look, it's all bullcrap. And then Erica gets all upset and runs away from the big gathering. And then she runs into the old guy selling the chicks.
As we'll point out, the thing falls over. It like rips off the bottom half of one of the guy's like rubber costumes. And it's like, yeah. Okay, so they are wearing underpants under these things.
That's good.
Yeah. And even though it's like you can't see anything, he just like turns to the side super like bashfully and makes this really like weirdly cute noise.
Yeah, he does like this effeminate like, like,
yeah. Everyone's like, wait, those aren't aliens. They're wearing underwear. Oh man, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chick guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Erica finds him because she's all upset and she like kicks a can down a tunnel. And then it cuts to the guy selling the chicks, and it's like, oh, she hit him in the head with it.
Not only does she hit him in the head with it, it just sticks on his cap. It's just in his hat the entire time.
Yeah, it just sticks to him, and he's just like, I freaked out. Sorry. He's like, every now and then one must admit their mistakes or whatever. And like she has this whole thing where it's like, but they wronged me, and it's like, oh well, yeah, whatever. I gotta go show them for what happens when you mess with people or whatever.
I like that he gives the sage advice and she like argues back and actually kind of makes a point. She's like,
Yeah,
no, they're the ones who tricked me though. And he's like, yes, but yeah. And she's like, no, screw those guys. I'm gonna go get them.
yeah, and then she storms off, and he's just like, whatever. I don't know what he's. I don't know what he. I don't remember what he says specifically, but it's something to that effect. Where he's just like, okay, sure. And yeah,
God.
as I mentioned earlier, like yeah, Metabee defeats several Medabots off screen, and it's like, oh man, we're gonna have to fight more of them. And then Erica comes out of nowhere with a dynamic entry and kicks one of them and makes it explode.
She kicks Okidoku, which is this weird thing that looks surprisingly low budget.
Yeah. Oh no, doesn't she kick a different one? Because this is the one they fight for. This is the one she fights for real, or is it just?
I
It's
think
another
she just
model?
kicks it and it just explodes and it just gets back up.
I think she kicks a different, like one of
I
the
could
like
be
one of
wrong, but
the
yeah, I think she actually
several that.
kicks this one and it just takes damage. It just gets back up like nothing happened and they just keep going.
I don't know, maybe. Point is, she's like, okay, I'm gonna show you what happens when you mess with a pure maiden's heart or whatever, and like, here comes
Yeah.
Mr. Referee.
I, I can't believe that Erica is taking charge so hard. I was expecting her to be such a nothing side character.
Yeah, no,
But no,
don't
like,
mess with
yeah,
Erica.
she fights and she wrecks this thing.
I forgot to mention the part in the previous episode where Mr. Referee shows up a second time with like a full body suntan, like wearing like a speedo. It's like
Yeah.
he's so great. I love Mr. Referee.
Does he just parachute in this time?
I think so, yeah. Which kinda lends support to my idea of how he gets around all over the place.
He gets like, you know, private jets and helicopters and stuff like he just walks away from like a robal. He just puts on like, you know, a coat. He's got like a fancy suit on, yo. He just like flips out the sunglasses. Where do we go, Mr. Referee? And he's like, to the next row battle. And he just hops into his private limo, drives off to the airport. Takes his private jet to the next part of Japan.
Okay, so yeah, we get a declaration of a row battle, and like earlier this thing Metabee shot his missiles at it and it absorbed them with this arm thing. This thing seems to be entirely defensive. Does it ever try to attack?
No.
I didn't think so. I thought for sure it would absorb the missiles and then like it would shoot energy out of its other hand or something. Kind of like you absorb the hit and then fire it back. But
To
it
be
doesn't really
fair, it
do that.
doesn't use its other hand, so that might actually be the intention. Maybe it
Well,
just
no,
never countered.
well, no, because it does the same thing as the other hand because it's the part that Erica wins at the end of the episode, and it says that it does
Oh
the exact
yeah,
same thing as the other
yeah,
hand.
because she blew up the arm. Yeah,
Yeah, and
so
it's
it'd
like,
have to
it's like
be.
yeah, and it's very specific, and that's a detail I like about it. It's like the part that Erica won was its left arm, the one that didn't get destroyed.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it just absorbs with its arms, and once you're out of ammo, it just like spews you with its head.
Maybe.
Because it
Point
does have a
is,
point, yeah.
yeah. So we do learn, and maybe it's just like a detail on Brass that I didn't really notice, but she's got gun arms. Like she's got like the
Yeah.
wrist guns, kind of like Metabee. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's how she fights. And she seems to have a similar setup where one of them is like a rapid fire and the other one is like a shorter range single shot.
Yeah, she's like, despite her look, she's a very similar type of Medabot for the most part, surprisingly.
Yeah, she doesn't have like missiles on her head or whatever, or at least I don't think, but uh
Alright,
yeah,
hear me out for this thing. Maybe the head or the body has some type of weapon for
I mean
like the
maybe.
Okudogu.
Oh, I mean maybe.
Maybe, because I'm looking at it, it's like, it does have a keyhole on its chest, and it does have like a weird visor. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's like lasers or something.
Maybe? Because it
And
does
now
seem
the
weird.
question, yeah.
It does seem weird for like. I mean, every Medabot, if it's designed to fight, should have some offensive capability.
Yeah.
But this thing just seems to absorb damage. Again, who knows? Maybe that is its entire function.
Maybe it's entirely support.
Yeah, maybe double battle row battles are like a thing
And
that
this
just don't
thing is the
happen.
meta.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen in this show.
The meta is to take the most offensive unit you can and pair it up with Okidogu or like Neutronurse.
Yeah, something that supports. Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes sense. But yeah, the solution to how do we defeat this thing that can absorb attacks is just keep shooting it until it explodes.
I
And
mean,
it's
that is an option.
Yeah, it's just like it's like, okay, like we came up with all these strategies and whatever and blah blah blah. And Erica's just like, Brass, keep shooting it. Just unload all of your machine gun fire into its arm.
I love that
And
Erica's strategy is to just keep going because she's so pissed off. She's like, no, fuck it up.
yeah. And I think one of the Rubber Robo members says something about like Brass shooting like 500 rounds a second, and I'm like, what? Excuse me?
Yeah, that sounds like a machine gun, alright.
I don't think that's possible.
It really isn't, but that sounds like something they could do.
Yeah, 500 in a single second. It's just like that. No, that doesn't happen. But yeah, Erica basically just has Brass overload this thing's arm until it explodes, and then she uses her other arm and does the single shot and takes it out in one hit.
Jeez.
And it's like, okay, yeah, of course, Erica wins. And then they get all mad and they're like, no, keep attacking. Mr. Referee's just like, no, you can't do that. The battle's over. And then he gets like drop kicked by the big Rubber Robo guy. And that was a bad idea.
This episode, we answer the biggest question that we surprisingly did not ask, which is what happens if they just say, no, I didn't lose, I'm not giving you a part?
Yeah. The answer is Mr. Referee has a orbital like satellite Medabot.
It surprisingly does not shoot a satellite laser. It shoots an orbital spit dart, precision located on their position.
Yeah, it shoots an orbital tranquilizer round at whatever the offender.
I'm going to be real, somehow that is kind of more terrifying.
I think this thing is awesome. I love that there's just like an orbital satellite Medabot that like it's like, oh, we just won't play by the rules. And then it's like, okay, suffer the consequences.
You will obey or you will get injected. With what? I don't know. Let's roll the dice.
Also, I love the look that Mr. Referee gets when he gets attacked. He's just like, oh, you've done it now.
He's like, I must enforce the rules and never break them. But if you want to go and break the rules, you must suffer my wrath.
So this is what I think. So this plays into how I think Mr. Referee gets around everywhere so quickly. you could teleport a Medabot to you, and then he just uses his Medabot to get around.
Is his Medabot the satellite?
Yeah, well, actually, okay, so it says it's not his Medabot. It belongs to, like, the General Row Battle Association or whatever
Okay,
it is.
yeah. Maybe
But
his Medabot is
still,
like a plane, though.
yeah, he could have, like, a vehicular Medabot that he
Yeah,
can
that
just
does make
summon to his
sense, yeah.
location.
He's just got a little like tiny plane he just fits into. And he's just flies around, looking for like signs of a Robal. Is like the Metabot Association just like 24/7 monitors all communication via the Meta Watch to determine when someone's about to throw down. It is a massive invasion of privacy, but hey, these are the links you need to go to if you want to preserve order. Mr. Referee is the most prepared referee that will ever exist. He is the only referee Japan needs. Listen, don't ask what happens if two people try to bro battle at the same time. Just don't worry about it. They just wait. You want it to be an official match, you just wait 5 minutes. He'll get there.
Yeah, it's just don't question it. He just shows up for all row battles. Don't worry about it.
Do you think Mr. Referee plans out what his like thematic entrance is going to be as he's arriving?
Wait, what the heck? I was looking at Mr. Referee's wiki page and other trivia. Series writer Hirano hinted that G Gundam may have a connection with him. This suggests that he may have been based on Stalker, an announcer with similar clothes.
Oh, that's fantastic. Alright, we definitely have to do G Gundam at some point now. Holy crap.
It's goofy enough, yeah. It's like, alright, sure.
Listen, you gotta have a G Gundam fight, then like Mr. Referee needs to appear. And he needs to like throw up the rules. We can't have someone trying to do an illegal kamikaze attack or something,
Yeah. Yeah, I went on his wiki because I was trying to find like maybe something that would specifically mention a Medabot partner, but no, it doesn't. There doesn't seem to be any mention.
Oh man, unfortunately Stalker does not quite look like Mr. Referee, but he's kinda close. He's kinda there. Alright, when he takes off the eye patch, he's way more close. But yeah, it's clearly not the same man. He has like green hair and a pink vest.
Yeah. Well, the thing said is like they wear similar outfits, which no, they don't. Looking at it, no, they don't.
I am going to throw this. Yeah.
Okay, here's.
Himway doesn't have the like suit on. And he's just got the jacket off. That looks similar.
Yeah. Okay, I can see it there.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when it's kind of like washed out. It's like, okay, yeah, I can get it, yeah.
I can see the connection a little bit.
Wait, is this like the... Yeah, this is the freaking... The like, what's it called? The, was it the like new mecha game or whatever? Super Rot Wars 20 or something? Yeah, it's like Stalkers and that, I guess. With Ed? Hang on, what is this? Wait, what actually is this game? Stalker shows up in Super Rot Wars T. Okay, alright, so it's one of them, just not the one we were thinking of, or I was thinking of.
Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Man, who are you? Says Ed to Stalker. That's kind of great.
Bebop Ed?
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop Ed.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I had to play Super Rot Wars at some point. I need to know,
I would kind of want to, but then I would get like, it's like, oh, a character with the mech that I don't recognize for like 90%
Yeah.
of them.
Like, I want to watch through all the classic mecha shows I could, and I started going through Gao Gaigar, and I just, like, I sort of fell off of it, you know? And it
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
a
like,
bad show, but it's like, no, it just didn't capture me as much as it could have.
yeah, my frame of reference for mecha shows is, does it have Gurren Lagann and does it have G Gundam? And it's like that's the extent of my knowledge.
I should
Does,
say, yeah, if anyone wants to check out Gao Gaigar, that one seemed fun, but also, holy crap, do not watch that show if you have epilepsy. The villain segments are just like, they just stand in a room and talk about their evil plans as the most aggressive flashing light just strobes across the screen. And it's like, it's to the point where it's like, alright, I'm not photosensitive and it hurts to look at.
huh.
It's like this show wants you dead. It wants to kill you.
I see. So this is pre-Electric Soldier Porygon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Surprisingly well animated for that time period, but still.
Oh my god, there's a side quest in Pokemon Infinite Fusion
Yeah.
where Bill wants you to retrieve a Porygon from his computer. And so you like download yourself into it to go after it. And the background is like flashing different colors, not to the point where it's like super like seizure inducing or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it's the same colors that flash during that episode. It's like, that's a good touch.
Oh boy. Man, I like that it's like Pikachu was the one that blew up the missile, so Porygon wasn't even responsible. He just took the heat.
Yeah.
Everyone hates Porygon when he's completely innocent in all of this.
Yeah. What was they didn't even have Porygon in any episodes afterwards, like ever again.
Yeah, because Porygon took the heat. Listen, someone's gotta face the consequences. We need to make cuts.
And it can't be our mascot.
Porygon, you're out. They cut the contract deal. He's forced to leave the company. He just heads out and signs up for VShojo. Oh god. Do we have anything else to say about this episode? We're so off track right now.
No, that's pretty much it. They
Yeah.
debunk all the alien crap, and then like Icky's just like, well, I'm glad that Erica learned her lesson or whatever. And then like she shows up later. It's like, I saw a monster. It looked like Nessie over in the river or whatever. And he's just like, oh, jeez.
God. But yeah, good episode.
It was fun. And, introduction to our villain group.
Listen, one day we will learn that the Rubber Robo Gang are also Nessie. They're just swimming in the arm, and there's like in the arm. They're swimming in the lake, and they've like linked their arms and legs together to line up as they swim, so that they can raise one of them out of the water to form like a weird swan-like arcing shape with their body, and people are like, "Oh, that's Nessie." It's always the Rubber Robo Gang every time. Oh man. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys around.
Yeah, later.
Later.